Hey everyone, it's April. It's the 2nd of April, which is kind of insane. It's a Wednesday. It's a beautiful day. I don't know, my camera's so fucking muddy. Anyways, today was a pretty decent day. This week pretty shit, but honestly, I'm not like completely blaming it on myself. I'll explain what happened. So, I don't really remember the last time I made a journal, but oh yeah, I do believe I made one on the drive back home. So I had a fantastic weekend. FSCC Championships, a very big competition for a program I'm in, which is strike percussion. That was a crazy weekend. This week though, pretty bad. Pretty bad, very bad. And I'll go over some thoughts I had, because I think I feel like I'm finally able to articulate the issue with the whole what's been going on for the past 3 months, pretty much the first 3 months, now that I think about it, which is a quarter. But yeah, so Monday and Tuesday were dog shit. Monday I did absolutely nothing, and I didn't really care, because during Monday I was driving back. I drove 3 hours. I did a little bit of work on Monday, but basically had a nothing day, right? Tuesday, same thing. Tuesday is when I fucking started freaking out, because it was a whole day after Monday, and I still woke up, and I wanted to I woke up and I set my alarm early, and I was planning to do things that day, and I just didn't do any of them. So that was pretty tragic. Pretty bad day. Today was even worse. So today, woke up early. Actually, not even really. I'm not going. Didn't wake up that early. I don't even remember, to be honest. I don't even remember. I'm pretty sure I woke up very early. By the time I actually started work, oh man, it wasn't until midday. It was really bad. And that entire time I just felt guilt on top of guilt and just pretty much just pure suffering. But today I really got it together at the end. At the end of the day, I hit my 85 cold calls, and I ate 1,800 calories with activity. So that's good. Pretty basic. I had 3 no-shows today, but that doesn't really matter. That's nothing. That's no volume at all. Had some no-shows. I booked a couple meetings today. My appointment center booked a couple meetings today. All no-showed. That's fine though. What else? I tweaked some service delivery shit. I'm getting a better idea of what to do service delivery wise for my clients. That said, I haven't really put any progress into the actual system, but I'm doing some stuff here and there. I'm doing some stuff. Bro, I thought that was my mom, because she drives the exact same car. That was embarrassing. I was looking at the car like it was my mom, and she wasn't. Anyways. Oh god, that's funny. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm making some tweaks here and there. It's cool. Let me go over the thoughts though, because the thoughts are where the shit gets interesting. Number 1, consistency. I realized that part of this is my fault, and part of this is because I'm in strike, which is also my fault, but I'm not mad that I did strike, just the nature of it. So every single weekend, and I kind of knew this, but I'm finally articulating it. So it's all about momentum and just routine, because I'm not gonna lie, routine's very important. Routine and momentum is very important. I'm not gonna lie. That's why monk mode's a fucking thing, I think. That's why monk mode's even a thing. But every weekend, let's start with the week. Actually, no. Where do I even start? Let's start on week 1, right? No strike on the weekend. Pure work, amazing, up till Friday. Back half of Friday gone, because, you gotta be at strike. And you gotta also prepare for that day. For that entire weekend, I prepare. So, a lot of the back half of Friday is just gone. Now, what will happen is that you've had all this momentum, did all this good shit during the week, right? Then you go to strike. You're in strike from You're on strike from like Friday at 5 to basically Sunday night, right? Sunday night, because the moment you leave your house at 5 p.m., you're back at your house at like Sunday at like 8 p.m., right? Now, during this 2.5 day period of time, you're eating shit food because I want to save money, and I'm just low-key didn't even give a fuck. I eat shit food. I was with different people, very different environment. I was not working. I was not doing mindset action items, right? And I was just in general with other people, right? So all that combined kills the momentum, absolutely. But there is a benefit. I mean, I was getting a lot of, like fun. It was very fun. It was low-key keeping me sane. So like, I honestly think if I didn't have strike, I would have gotten fucking insane. Like I would have maybe would have burned out. If I didn't change something, and I actually if I didn't make an effort to go see Owen in real life or meet some other people in real life, I would have probably went insane. I'm not gonna lie. So that's the benefit. That's the effect. That's the benefit that I've reaped for the first month or two, right? Which I wasn't completely killing my productivity and my momentum and my overall results. I wasn't killing that. And I was reaping the benefit from the social. So the first couple months, which they weren't even weekends every single week. They were it was a weekend every 2-3 weeks, right? Which is amazing. It was great. It was actually fantastic. I would say that was the peak, because I was putting in so much fucking work. I wasn't really improving because I was struggling with this no-show problem still. Now I finally overcome it, and I can actually say that because I put some amount of volume into it to prove something. And yeah, so that was the absolute peak. Now let's go down the timeline. So you just had this week of productivity. Now it's February, March. Now it's from December to March, right? December to late March. Yeah, because now it's April. So you have that week. You do strike. Okay, now your momentum is fucked, right? You get to Monday, right? You wake up on Monday morning. You just came back from strike. You had not done any work. You have not looked at really any action items or anything. That's my fault. Let me just go through the concept though. Momentum just stops. You wake up on Monday. You feel like dog shit. You don't want to do anything, right? You don't want to do anything. So you literally spend half the day doing nothing but on your phone, right? Doing nothing but doom scrolling, right? Pure dopamine. You might not even work out. A lot of the time I didn't, right? You just completely fuck the day. That's Monday. Sometimes Tuesday it'll be half the day as well. And then now, okay, now it's let's say it's an average week, right? Average week, I would say it's Tuesday at 3 p.m. and you're finally doing shit again, right? It's Tuesday. Keep in mind, you have back half of Tuesday to back half of Friday to do everything you can. It's a significantly less amount of work and productivity you've put in, because you've literally had 1.5 days less of shit to do. And it low-key kind of compounds a little bit, right? At least mentally compounds. Because now, after working for only 3 days, you're back in strike. Bam, you go through strike again. Maybe it's a good week. And then honestly, it won't I'm not saying it gets worse and worse and worse. I'm not saying that. But it'll stagnate. And the place it'll stagnate is pretty bad. Pretty bad. The place it'll stagnate is you go to strike at the same time. But your real week will start on back half of Monday, Tuesday. Sometimes even Wednesday. This week it was mid-Wednesday, which is really bad. But to be fair, different weekend than normal. Give me a second here. This weekend, it was mid-Wednesday, my week started, which is down fucking horrendous. Because if you think about it, I have from back half of Wednesday, which I just completed, all the way. I basically have 2 full days, right? Because half a Friday, full Thursday, and then half a Wednesday, right? And this bitch is looking at me in the back. Anyways, yeah. This week was different though because just because on Monday I was driving back home. On Sunday I could not drive back in the night. I was all the way in Daytona, XYZ. That's the concept, right? Now controllables, I did bring my self-tee packet and my iPad every weekend, so that's good on me. And that was good for trying to prevent, like, giving me a chance to, like, not fuck up. Because here's the thing. The real reason why the week will get so fucked after a strike weekend is because I spent so much time in a different environment. But honestly, it's that in combination of me not looking at any mindset items, like my self-tee packet, or like notes of like mindset modules that I'll look at occasionally, or like videos, right? Of anything. And I'll literally just forget. Like my brain will essentially go on autopilot, and I will revert back to my current self pretty much 80% of it. Because in normal routine, I look at my self-tee packet every single day, and honestly, I wouldn't say it's a crutch. I would honestly say it's more of a tool, just because like sure, yeah, my results go drastically down if I don't look at it every day, but that's not a bad thing. The real point is like my current self is at a standard, but my mindset module, my mindset action item will bring it back all the way up to my evolved self, or at least a larger portion of the evolved self. And so that'll make it a lot higher. That's like my new norm, right? Because I'm always looking at the action item, and therefore I'm always reminded of like the better version of me that I haven't really tapped into subconsciously, or else I wouldn't need the packet in the first place. So when I don't do that for 2 days, I'll just go all the way down. It'll be so bad. That's the biggest mistake I made. Biggest mistake I made is I literally just did not look at the self-tee packet at night and at morning during the weekend. And I honestly also subconsciously took on behaviors and paradigms from the people around me, which weren't good at all. Because some of them are just cooked, and I can't do anything about that. I just go for the organization and for the friends I have there, which it's not everyone, but like it's cool, right? It's good enough, way more than good enough. So that's what happened. I think I've articulated why the last 3 months have been dog shit, and it's all my fault, right? But it's not my fault in the sense of like I've had the exact same environment and I just decided to fuck up. Not different environment, routine, and I just didn't know what to do to, or honestly I didn't put as much value to not slack off in one thing that fucked up everything. In terms of the agency, I just need to get better. I need to get a lot better at sales. I need more calls. That's literally it. Appointment setters are doing well. There's things in every department I could do a lot of work in. Client success is probably the least priority, even though your product is typically the best thing to improve on, because it's just the best thing morally to improve on. But right now, to make money, I need to put more volume myself. I need to improve my team structure, or not my structure. I need to improve my team resources so that they can have a better time doing it and get better results. And then sales. That's it. That's literally it. Good thing is that this is the last week before the last week of strike. So next week I'm gonna be gone all week in Dayton, Ohio. And I'm probably gonna have a lot of pictures and shit on my video and on my phone. But after that week, after next week, I'm all in the business. Nothing else. No distractions. I'm just gonna focus on just the agency and making money so I can get to my self-tee pack itself. I'm about to hit the gym. Low key, I'm about to keep this on because I'm just gonna drive to the gym now. I was literally gonna do a journal, circle back around, hit the gym. That's it. Shit. Other than that, I think that's about everything I wanted to talk about. I definitely forgot some shit. I mean, no show's so much better. Last week I booked around 30 something appointments, which is not bad. That's quite a bit of volume, and I had a 30 something % show up rate. Incredible. And it was higher 30, not like 33. It was like 38 or like 36. So really good, very good. And yeah, I mean, I guess I wanted to say that, like, yeah, it's just a matter of, I mean, for a long time, it's just a matter of putting more volume, more meetings, more sales calls. And I finally saw that my sales ability is not as good as I thought it was, which is exciting because now I can make so much more money by just improving it. And in terms of sales, I've been looking at a lot of other things other than Charlie Morgan, which is really exciting because like, Charlie Morgan's great for like principles, and then when it comes to like being confident and all this shit, like in terms of like talking to them and like other mind frameworks that help in terms of like how the prospects behave and like the bullshit that Charlie Morgan doesn't cover, which isn't really his fault. It's just that prospects will be bullshit sometimes, and there's not like a lot of like solid principles to go off of that like handle specific things. And so I look at other people for that. Really cool stuff. Things more like tone and like more advanced sales shit is shit that helps a lot. But yeah, I'm thinking of attending some world-class sales calls. Most importantly, just taking more sales calls. Kevin's paying me. Kevin's doing pretty good. Austin's doing all right. Clients are hanging on. They're not churn risk anymore, so that's cool. They were churn risk for like a week or two. It was pretty scary. It was not a good feeling knowing that I could probably lose all my clients. And yeah, also, yeah, I don't know this week has just been a lot worse than normal. So I guess what I was thinking is like, I don't know, man. Like for example, recently I reverse engineered all the goals I want to hit. It's pretty simple. Like, I just want to be fit and have money, right? That's the only thing. And I know by having fit and having money, I will make the time and energy to start drumming a little bit more, and eventually like a fuck ton, so I could hopefully audition for like Blue Devils and shit like that, and maybe even make them, which would be kind of cool if I could just make Blue Devils or a really good group just off the bat. Because I've experienced, it's just, I've only marched a couple groups. I've only marched Strike and Southwind. Southwind, low-key don't even count, but I marched Strike for 4 years and Southwind for 1. That's all the experience I have. Ideally, I would have marched more DCI, but like, at the cost of the business, I'm good on that. But yeah, I reverse engineered 2 goals. So I reverse engineered the money goal a long time ago, and I took a look at it, and it's pretty cool because like my appointment setters are like artificially making the booking rate higher, which is making it so that, one, in terms of volume and my appointment booking rate personally, I don't have to be so perfect anymore. Because my appointment setters, they've booked like 15 calls at this point, all of them together, which is kind of cool. Maybe even 20. That's like a whole month worth of calls. It's gonna add up like really fast, especially because my team is kind of hanging on for dear life, and I'm just trying to make their life easier. The fact is, to make their life a lot easier, it requires a lot of work. So obviously I'm not on it because I'm just not that good at fighting resistance. Partially because of the momentum shit, which is like a lot of my problems, low-key. And then also you got, but that's about it. That's all I want to talk about. What was I gonna say? I fucking forgot. I was talking about appointments or something, about volume. Oh yeah, reverse engineering goal. But yeah, I looked at the KPIs again. My no-show rate blew it out the water. I'm not gonna reverse engineer the goal again for the new KPI because I want to be as pessimistic as possible. That's the name of the game. When I'm calculating what I'm gonna hit by what time, I'm trying to be as pessimistic as possible. So I'm assuming that my no-show rate is gonna be a 30, or that my show rate is gonna be a 33% average, which is actually pretty high for my situation. Last month it was 38, and only half the month I implemented the new system. Seems to be working a bunch. But I'm anticipating that obviously I'm never gonna get lucky and it's gonna go a lot down. So hopefully that stays where it is. And yeah, sales conversion rate, I just haven't had enough good fit calls to like make an accurate representation of that. I've only had like 10 calls, so not nearly enough that I wanted. I'll know my real sales conversion rate in the future. But I just sat down and I was like, all I want is money and to like not look embarrassed when I look at myself. That's it. Like that would make me happy because by then I would have more time to drum, less stress. I'll be able to pay for shit. I would have confidence in talking to girls so I can actually get out there and get social because I'm not thinking about my man titties half the time, you know? That's the only reason. And I'll stand by that. Like I do believe like you should just get out there and not like focus on like so much on improving yourself just to make an excuse to like not see a girl or whatever. At the same time though, I also do believe that if I have man tits and I'm obese, I think I should probably focus on like making somewhat of a presentable physique before I get out there, you know, like there's a caveat to that. So that's it. More tangibly, I reverse engineered that I'm gonna lose 40 pounds in 7 to 9 months. Who knows what'll happen? 40 pounds, that should put me at a good spot, especially if I'm lifting, which I'm about to lift right now. I'm gonna lose 40 pounds and I'm gonna make over $100,000 profit. I'm gonna make exactly $100,000 profit by the end of this year. Assuming that I get my shit together after April. Assuming that after April, I don't just hit the KPIs, I destroy them. Because obviously, from February, well, this March was pretty shit. So I mean, but it was also good compared to other months. So there's that little double thing. But yeah, so I reverse engineered that shit, and today was the first day that I actually put into action. So I mean, at this point, it's really motivating. This entire thing was having myself motivate myself by just like making everything super simple and like making it like super tangible. And so I got to a point where I figured out that every day I just gotta try as hard as I can, and all I gotta do, like the only thing I have to do every single day is make 85 cold calls at high quality, 85 cold calls, and eat 1,800 calories. That's it. If I can hit that, I've hit the bare minimum. I've hit my goal. And then everything on top of that is just to help. So like, I'm gonna do that. And then with all the extra energy I have, if I feel like shit, I'll just do nothing. But I'm gonna try to like get myself to be better than that and just not do anything. But everything after that, service delivery, sales, research, everything, right? Because that's gonna be my entire life, essentially. So that'll be fucking sick. I'm gonna end this one off though. I'll see myself later. Pretty motivating. That I really got a lot of clarity this week because I realized that like the goal is really not that hard and I could just hit it really fast if I just stay consistent. And the reason I haven't been staying consistent is because I've been thinking it's this big scary thing that I need to do every single day. But I just boiled it down to two things. What do I want? Be fit and be rich. And that will manifest into me getting a girlfriend and, you know, having more time for drums and doing quadology and writing INEs and shit. Which will also be like, that's also a goal. But I figured hitting those two goals is gonna allow me to do all that shit and way more. Like, it's allow me to travel and be less stressed and talk to friends. It's gonna be great. So I boiled it down and I'm really gonna execute. Today is the first day. I did 80 cold calls not even including the callbacks and the ones that I deleted because they were like corporations. So definitely 85 plus appointment setter meetings. I hit that, and I ate exactly 1,800 calories, more like 1,850, maybe 900, but that's why I'm doing a second workout. So I'm gonna treat every day like this, and this should give me a lot of clarity. This should help a lot. And honestly, the whole momentum shit, I'm not gonna have to worry about that. Thank God, because dude, for the last 3 months, man, if I look at this and I forget, or anyone watching this has no fucking idea how difficult it was to get myself back up my feet every single week after fucking up a Monday and a Tuesday, and then stressing myself out to the end of the week, and then going on the weekend and doing it all over again for 3 months. And just like, because I'm the type of person who has high standards and is gonna get stressed the fuck out if I don't have a good day, right? Or like even a couple good days, like stuff that's in my control. Because I'm also smart enough to like not look at results, and I only look at inputs. So like the only reason I'll get mad is if I have bad inputs, and I've been having that for 3 months every single beginning of the week, and it's really stressful. So thank God I could just take a little bit of a break tomorrow or next week, because I'm gonna be out the entire week in Dayton, focusing on just perfecting what I've been working on for the last 3 months with Strike. And then from there, I'll have a breath of fresh air, and I won't have to worry about any stressful bullshit. My parents might even let me not go to school for the summer. So that should really seal the deal for everything. And then, yeah, I think it's time. The last thing I want to talk about is the little thought on my mind is that, damn, like I really did block Owen, and I have not talked to him ever since. And the whole point is to be a source of pain. So not have as much comfortability. Like I told him, and we agreed on this, and he's like he's low-key keeping me to that standard, because I tried talking to him once, and he's like, bro, why the fuck are you texting me? Like, get back to work. I cannot talk to my best friend Owen in business until I hit $10,000 a month. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna stop yapping. I'm gonna take this workout because I need to. I'm gonna get back home, go to sleep, hopefully have a good day tomorrow again, until Dayton, because Dayton's gonna be really fun. It's gonna be a very memorable event. Hopefully I don't get too fucked up during Dayton, so that I could just kind of hop back in by latest Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. Hopefully not Wednesday. But yeah, this is a good journal. I'll see you guys later.